You've been studying English for months or even years. You try to memorize vocabulary, you do grammar exercises, you even watch a few English videos, but still, when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank. Or maybe when you hear a native speaker, it sounds like they're speaking too fast, like a waterfall of words crashing down. It feels frustrating. You start to wonder, will I ever become fluent in English? Relax. We've been there. And in this video we're gonna fix that. Because this one simple method is what helped us become fluent. It works for beginners, and it works even if you think you're not good at learning languages. So make sure to stick around. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell so you never miss a new video, and of course, like this one if you want more tips that actually work. Alright, let's go. How this one method changed everything. The method is simple. It's called learning through stories. We know it sounds too easy, but there's a reason it works. Think about it. As children, we didn't learn our first language through grammar books or vocabulary lists. We learned by listening to stories, simple, emotional, and repetitive stories. And this method uses the same approach. When you hear a story, your brain gets engaged. It wants to know what happens next. It starts connecting words with feelings and actions. It hears the same sentence structures again and again. And little by little, without even noticing, you start to understand. You start to speak. This method works best when you listen to a story that's just a bit above your current level. Hear the same story multiple times. Repeat parts of the story out loud. Pause and predict what's coming next. Write your own version of the story later. You don't need to understand every word. The goal is to get the feeling. Let the language flow over you. Over time, the meaning will come naturally. Why stories are powerful. Stories stick in your brain. They make language emotional. When you learn vocabulary from a list, you forget it in a week. But when you hear a character say something funny, or sad, or surprising, you remember. You connect words to meaning, to experience, to real human emotions. And most importantly, stories give you context. You don't just learn the word hungry. You hear a character say, I haven't eaten all day. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Now you know how people use the word. Also, stories are built with real grammar. You get used to sentence structures without even thinking about it. You hear questions, negative sentences, past tense, future tense, all used naturally. That's real English. Not textbook English. How to use stories for fluency. Let's get practical. How do you actually use stories to become fluent? 1. Pick a short story. Make sure it's interesting. Don't choose something boring or too difficult. 2. Listen to it once without reading. 3. Listen again, this time with the text. 4. Repeat key sentences out loud. 5. Try to tell the story in your own words. 6. Come back to the story later. Repeat the process. If you do this every day, even just 10 minutes a day, you'll see results. Your understanding will grow. Your speaking will feel more natural. You'll start thinking in English. The key: repetition with emotion. The magic of this method is in two things: repetition and emotion. Repetition is how you build memory. Emotion is how you make it stick. So don't just listen once. Go deep. Listen again and again. Feel the story. Feel the characters. Connect with them. That's how the words move from your ears to your heart and finally to your mouth. Final thoughts. So today we talked about one simple but powerful learning method: learning English through stories. We explained why it works, how your brain responds to stories, how to use this method every day, and why repetition and emotion are the key. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment and tell us, what are you going to change today about your learning? What kind of stories do you like? Are you ready to make this method part of your daily routine? Don't just watch, take action. If you don't comment, it's like skipping the most important step. So don't miss out. Like this video, hit subscribe, and don't forget, we have new videos every single day. See you in the next one.